Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Sorry, I was just trying to. I think we are done with the tools. We might revisit it, but we're done with the tools. So basically, we'll be looking at some projects on batch scripting. First of which you already have one you've written. Then what we'll be doing today is looking on how to download it. So this is where the download is. Sorry. Oh, sorry. So if you come here, oh, what is it? Do we all still have this particular script? Can we remember this script? Do we have this script? So what we'll be doing today, so because we've taken enough, so we'll take it project by project. Go to this place, they call it 1 billion clear text password. It's on GitHub. Sorry. So you come here and download this torrent into um, you download this into a folder. That's this to Control X. So I told you, so when you type, so this is how you use the command. So that's what you'll be doing all through this week, working on that. So you use it to actually attack sites. So this is supposed to be your project. So this is supposed to be the text file where those database you download will be. So by the time you run it, if it's in this directory, you don't need to create a path to it. So you specify from here. So it's because the data is not could not find directly opt. So you can either put it in the opt folder, opt, take it to opt, bridge pass, bridge compilation, and data. So you can actually follow this directory and put it there. So basically, that's the first thing we'll be doing all through copy selection, all through this week. So you download it to that particular folder, then sorry, you use torrent, any of the torrent to actually download it. Then the command once you've actually installed it, this is the command for running it. Selection. So I'm not seeing what everybody is here. We all know that this is not Python. This is what we only have 6 people. What happened? Where is everybody? Okay, maybe they will join along the line. So for those who have not written it, for those, except we have to take batch scripting from the scratch. So we want to pick up from this and build up and look at more complex batch scripting. So that is, so here we declared what the arguments are, what 2. So this is an example of what this is what it looks like. So what this script does, it generates what username and password. Please, if you are here, just type yes. And if you are seeing my screen, just type yes, please. Okay. So what it does is that it generates username and password. And if you've actually written this script, just type hi. If you've written this script the way it is like this, type hi. It's a little bit tricky. Okay, go to Google. Let me just. So you have to have torrent. So this is the link. Copy. So I think the first thing we need to do is take your time to download that password. So everybody should go here, download using torrent. You can use any of the torrents, copy the let me just show you here. I have one here. I have uTorrent. Who knows how to download using torrent? Does anybody knows how to download using torrent here? If you know how to download using torrent. If you know how to download using torrent, please just say yes. So that's the data for this.
Yo, what's up guys? My name is Dell and this is how to torrent files. Before we start, this video is just for educational purposes. This is to show you the steps that normally people take when downloading torrent files. Just remember guys,
So
you guys are fully
this is how to
responsible
download
for whatever
using
you do.
torrent. You can watch the video here.
Thanks. Alright guys, so the first thing we need to do is we need to go and download a torrent client. What's a torrent client? Well, a torrent client is pretty much a download manager. This is something that actually allows you to download torrent.
Okay, please, if you are following me, if you are me, because it's getting to where you need to actually be more so that we can, that's what you're supposed to do for Linux. But let me just visit the Python class here so that we round up what we were not able to do on Saturday. Now, so this is the script you are supposed to write, but you have to have if you have written this, we have 7 people here. Just say, I have written your name. I have this particular script. This is a batch script. So everybody has something like this. So if you've written, just say I have written this, so that we know that what is left for you to download the database attached to it. Right, I have written with your name on it, because I know some people were not here when we were writing the batch script. So if we have to quickly revise batch scripting because of them before we now start taking different projects on it. Hello, please. If you are here, just say yes. It's like I am all alone. Now let me explain the script once more. Now, unlike Python, what better, please. Unlike Python, what you have here is mostly what we call a nested if statement, and we've been using it over and over again. So if statement here. Now we have 2 arguments. Now if the argument is greater than 4, it's less than 2. Now sorry, we have 3 arguments. Now unlike Python, where you missed batch scripting. Okay, all right. We have to start from the scratch from the next class, though. But let me just explain this. Let me explain this, because most people here actually. So, is there another person that missed batch scripting that is here? Which other person missed batch scripting, so that we know where we start? Now, the arguments here are what? 3 arguments. Now, that's what you call inputs in that's what you call inputs in Python. Now, if the argument is less than 2, then echo a breach example. Now, if the argument is less than 4, you supplied more than 3 arguments, make sure to double quote your strings. Now, it exits that particular part and actually now moves to the if statement that this part, if argument is less than 2, then echo breach passed. That it will just tell you this is what the particular script program is written for. Else, if argument is greater than 4, then you are supplied, because it was supposed to work with what 3 arguments only. So this script has been given to them to actually so what you need to do now is to download that data and run the script. So this was supposed to be your project 1. Now assume default location. The data location is supposed to be what you have specified it here, except you want to specify it into another place. Data location has been specified here, so it has to be here on your what, on your system. So it has been specified there, except you want to change. So that is where the data location should be. Good. Now, if argument is equals to 3, then bridge location is what? Argument 3. So I think we will not be able to explain this in this class until we've actually treated, because some people don't actually, some people don't actually know batch scripting yet, but we dwelt a lot on it. So let me Control X. Good. Clear. So when you, let me CD, when you cut, so we have to take a reverse back because I will just be speaking and some people shells. It shows you all the shell file we have. So what we are looking at is what bind or what batch. So the simple way you write what batch script in Force is you use nano editor, like you actually, let me just create make directory batch scripting. Change directory to batch script. So let's do it here. So you can say nano class 1 dot sh. So it brings you here. The first thing you do is what you declare your kernel. So we'll just run through it briefly. You declare your kernel, actually the bin / batch. So you can start by say echo like you did in the, so you control X, you save and you enter. So you can either do batch class, is it what did I call it? Okay, class 1 dot sh. So that is simple as ABC. So every other thing we need to go around it is every other thing we need to build around it is the basics of what batch scripting. That's actually the introduction to batch scripting. Now I really want to digress a little bit back to what we did so that tomorrow we'll not be repeating so is everybody's Vault, so that we're not repeating the same, is everybody Vault's canon working? It's 44, it's for 44, I think it's about 44 gig. It's about 44 gig. You have to have a lot of data to download it. So you have to buy 120 gig to download it. So it's something you have and it's your asset as a cybersecurity professional. So that is why you say I can't transfer it to you. So it's your asset. It will roll it will roll it and generate. So it's your asset. So it's what you have as your asset, and as you're downloading it, ensure you download it too, because that site. Yes, go to the place, go to that place. Are you seeing? So this is where you download any torrent. So you download any torrent client, then you now use this. So I've shared a video on how to use torrent. So I've shared the video how you use torrent to download. So back to what I was trying to share with you guys. So that we can round up this. So I think I use one txt. So it says scanning, but I don't think this site does not have. So has everybody gotten to this place? No, torrent. Just any torrent client. This is a torrent client. This is a torrent client. You need torrent to download that file. So this is a torrent client. So in case you don't know how to use torrent, I've shared a video. This is a video that can teach you on how to use torrent to download. So there are different torrent clients. You have to first install. You have to first install torrent. Not really for Linux. So install torrent, then take that torrent from that place, put it there, it will now start downloading it. So it's an asset you have as a cybersecurity professional. So for doing all your jobs. So as everybody got into this place on the Python program, that's actually as everybody got into this place, so that we can round up this part. Just give me 3 minutes, please. Let me use the toilet. I want us to round up this so that tomorrow we start with brute forcer. So it just finished scanning. So this one does not, we do not capture any. So populating word, so that as you move on, you have a port scanner, you have a vulnerability scanner. So if how many people have gotten to this place in their vulnerability scanner? Everybody's okay, good. So you have two tools now. Look at that. Now you are about getting a breach pass. So that those are three tools you have. Three standard tools you can use to actually do what? A standard advanced penetration testing. So you keep gathering those tools. So what we're supposed to do today is to get that data. Then so if we're going to pause for that today. So for this vulnerability scanner, we have finished everything about it. That was just the last part of it. So we're going to pause here today. Then from Wednesday, you people will actually give us some time to bring everybody up to speed. That means Wednesday and Friday, we'll bring them. We have to take batch scripting from the scratch. Those who actually at Ekene, I don't think you were here when we were taking batch scripting. Chukunonso, I don't think you were here when we were taking batch scripting. Mr. Lufisayo, sorry, I don't think you were here when we took batch scripting. Every other person was here, so we'll take a pause. I think those three people. Mr. Solomon was here. I think Mr. Laleko and Lori. Were you here when we were taking batch scripting? Okay. So okay. So we need to just do if you've taken Python up to this point, batch scripting is supposed to be a walkover. So we need to just do a brief. So what you spend the rest of the today doing, find how you can download this. Download this, put it in a folder in this particular directory, please. Let it be in this directory so that I can share the directory with you. Or you have to come here to change it. So let it be in this directory. So that's where it should be downloaded. So spend the rest of today. So we'll pick it up from there. We'll finish everything we need to know about the tools, at least at this stage. So any other thing we'll be doing. So we'll pick up the Mr. Bola, you want to ask a question? See where you download it. Are you saying you download within? Are you saying so? You download within Kali. Mr. Bolan, have I answered your question? So you. So please, let's get that done. Tomorrow we are taking app brute force. Sorry, brute forcer. Sorry, app spoofer is different entirely. So we'll do brute forcer, then we take brute force trading. Then next week we start with app spoofer. So as you can see, it keeps getting interesting weekly, and that's how it will be from now till the end of the training. Turn for be on our Windows. You download, like I said, download from the Kali Linux. Download it on Kali Linux. Or either way, you can still come here. That's because I downloaded it directly from what? So are you saying it? So when you actually now move, get it there, you can now move it to this particular directory. I'm sure when you are downloading, okay, just watch the video. I think watch the video. When we come in the next class, if you can't download it, then we can now take training on how to download it. I was mistaken that everybody here actually has batch scripting. So we have to prepare a new class. We take batch scripting all through this week. We download that file. Then we download that file. Then we now actually take the batch scripting training. Then start with that as our first batch script project. So one, spend more time viewing this first. Try to download it. It's a step where you start getting to do things. This is a video on how to use torrent. So if you don't have internet, you can buy internet of 100 gig, because that file is about 44 to it's your own file. There are other tools you have to download for, because now you'll be doing a lot of downloads. Now, if you ever use this tool, any of these tools here, it has its own database too. it has any of these cracking tools. They have their own database too, and your if you are going to actually do it from the Windows, because you will still you in the keylogger you'll be learning a lot here. When we get to keylogger from app spoofing, you'll be learning a lot about the command prompt. Now, because the keylogger, you have to actually when you write Linux, Python on, I hope you know you can actually do this here, so that in case you've not been doing it, you get used to it. If you have not, because for a keylogger, you write on Python, then you actually now compile here. The compilation is done here because it has to be done from the command prompt. So you must, that's where you build capacity here, CLS. So you build capacity in this command prompt and actually know how to manipulate it very well. So it's you get to that part in that class. So that's basically it. So you can watch the video, get the download them from Wednesday we kick off. Tomorrow we are taking brute forcer. So a lot it's becoming you are gathering tools. Now this is PyCharm. Let me launch it. So I don't know if we switch to PyCharm, but it's more complicated. That's why I'm so this is another platform for writing Python script. So, but I just said we should use what gedit. You can use PyCharm. It's already here. It was downloaded. So I think we end the class here. Take your time to actually download from Wednesday. We start batch scripting. I think we can take it Wednesday, Friday, then Monday. By Wednesday next week, we should actually, or towards the ending by Friday, we should be actually treating this particular script, this project. Then move to another project. Please, if you have any questions so far, overview questions so far, if you might want to ask a question, then we can provide answers for you. So if you have questions, please let's entertain your questions. Okay. So this is PyCharm. You see, it's complicated and complex. That's actually why I said we should just avoid it. It's complicated and it has its own terminal. You can see it has its own terminal. So it's a little bit complicated and complex. So you can either use this or use your normal terminal. So this is what we're used to. Now we're actually looking at the Python script. So let's So normally, you actually do, how I put it, you do scan. So if you say Python 3, maybe we take, did you do a list, Mr. Agbala, to react to your question? No, there's no standard. You just copy and paste. Now, did you do a list? Can somebody can just suggest any Nigerian website? Mav Abba. Okay, we do Python. Somebody said Mav Abba. I think we saw some kind of this thing scanner. Mrs. Grace, if you are there, can you remind me of that Mav Abba website so that we can scan it? So we'll just. Can you remind me? Something like Mav Abba. Any website that you have scanned, mavabal.web.com. Okay. This site is not online. Okay, it's Mav Herbals. It's not, the website is not clear. Once you see anything like that, it means the Mav Herbals. Okay. Mr. Bola, there are no hard and fast rule. And I've searched around, I've not seen where they have standard vulnerability lists. I would have shared one with you so that as you are scanning, all you need now is to have access to a standard vulnerability list so that you populate it. It might be 1,000, it might be 2,000 you have in that list. So as this thing is scanning it, is actually using it, is looking at it, and actually now looking at the ones that is vulnerable on the site you are currently scanning. All this plus okay, difficult. Okay. See, of the torrent client does not have Debian. And use the one that has Debian flavor. Use the one that has the Debian flavor. So back to this question, please. Now, all you just need to do is scan sites. When you get the vulnerability, what I've just, it will actually flag it. It will flag it as vulnerable. Now, like now, if what I'm trying to do is now, if we see any vulnerability, all these things you see are not vulnerability. Mr. Can you watch that video, please? Watch that video, then we talk about that so that we are not handling two things. Can you watch that video? I really want you guys to get that. It's a kind of the learn, because part of the thing is your ability to actually use the internet as OSINT. Watch the video, then when we come, we now handle the download part. So as you can see, there's no vulnerability on this site. These two things that you saw, they are not vulnerability. They are just a server. So if we look at other, so that you can actually be you follow you once you see this okay dev code, now it's not a vulnerability. Mrs. Temitope. Now, so is this a vulnerability? Copy selection. You can only that's port 21. So you see, so it's not. Yes, what I'm saying, as you are scanning different sites, you notice a vulnerability, you add it to it. You scan different sites, so you are building your own list. Now, if we come here, I've tried, because it's not an open data. You'd have seen one. You type vulnerability list. So you vulnerability database. Let's see if we can get one. Sure. I'm sure you are seeing this site. Sign up. So you see, they are paid for. It is not free data. I hope you get it now. So where you get all these vulnerability lists, they are not. It is not. It's paid data. So if you sign up, yeah, you have access to a list of vulnerability data, so you can actually explore that. So those are part of the training. You start exploring all those. Mr. Or Ilori, have I answered your question, please? So there are sites like this where you can get all those lists of vulnerabilities, but most times they are paid lists. Have I answered your question? So, but what you are doing, you're organically generating yours. Okay. Sorry, let me put on this. So I'm waiting for your question. I'm waiting for your question. I'm coming. So, Mr. Ilori, back to your question. Yeah, vulnerable. Hi. You see, Okay, somebody is doing it. Are you not seeing that it's working? Can you people use this particular website as a case study, please? Use this particular website. So you now, Mr. Lori, what it means that you now, yes, it's the same vulnerability, because those particular stuff you have been seeing, you understand, it keeps popping up. So in as much as you've recorded it, once the particular the vulnerability scanner sees it, you've recorded it as a what? As a vulnerability. You have a list of vulnerability. So immediately the scanner is actually doing the iteration and it spots that vulnerability on that particular website. It will alert you that this particular stuff exists here and is vulnerable on this particular port. So I think you can borrow a leaf from Mr. Ilori. Mr. Bolao, are you seeing what he has done? Can you share the site or share your list with them so that they can actually have it? So you can you share your list with them? We are working, you are just doing technical. We are looking at the overall business and how we can actually deliver our brand promise to you people. So a lot will be happening very soon. Just keep praying for us. We are working behind the scenes seriously to come out with a big bang. So I'm actually very impressed. I'm actually impressed with this stuff I'm seeing from Mr. Elodi. Thumbs up. So that is how you build a list. So that is how you build a list. Immediately it sees it, it will just flag it straight. So Mrs. Okay, all right, that's fine. So we'll take a pause here. We continue tomorrow. So come refresh. Try to download your torrent. If you're not downloading, we'll treat it on this thing. We'll treat it on Wednesday. So please, at least if you can load 100 gig, try to load 100 gig because that particular file is 44 gig. So that tool we are seeing is a powerful tool for actually doing what. From there, you can actually you see some other tools. So once more, as you can see, it can only become more interesting as the day goes by. So we see tomorrow. Tomorrow we are taking brute force.